driver lowered his head to grab something. When he looked up again, all the vehicles ahead had disappeared. He continued driving toward the terminal, but the once bustling city center did not have a single person. We wanted to look for rescue, but our phones had no signal. Tony suddenly stood up. He said when the bus passed through the tunnel, he only blinked once, and the car beside him disappeared. And the same thing happened to us. Tony proposed a guess. Maybe an accident happened in the tunnel, and we had already died. None of us were willing to believe it. We decided to go home separately, to check the situation at home. Lucy and I went the same way. I noticed a man in black on the road staring at me. I blinked once. He disappeared. I was about to tell Lucy, but I saw her face turn pale, staring straight at me. In an instant, she returned to normal. I felt something was strange and hurried back home. At the same time, the others also encountered strange things. 4 men had just returned to the dormitory. One roommate began to convulse. They rushed out to seek help, but found nothing. When they returned to the dormitory, they saw the roommate had been burned to death. They were extremely frightened and fled outside, and I was going to look for my girlfriend. I happened to run into them. They asked me for help, but on their bodies, boils began to grow. I sensed something was wrong and immediately rode away on my bike. They chased after me. Before they got very far, their bodies shattered. I hurried to escape. At this moment, the phone suddenly rang. All of us received it. There was only static on the call. Tony immediately sent a message telling us to gather tomorrow. The next day, someone cracked the recording. It was a distress signal. It showed that in this world there were still other survivors. We had hope again. At this time, someone went to look for food. The kitchen suddenly exploded. That person rushed out covered in flames. He was burned to ashes. I walked to the door to check, but once again saw the man in black.